With how good Facebook ads is, it's hard to fuck up. Just follow yung 322 method na pinakita ko dito. It's hard to fuck up. Just have this pixel tracking as well para nakikita ni Facebook yung nangyayari. It's hard to fuck up. So let's start here. Okay. Okay. So, sa Facebook ads, ang pinakasimpleng kailangan nyo intindihin na pinaka-fundamental na kailangan nyo intindihin is merong 3 levels yan. It all starts with the campaign, and then sa ilalim ng campaign, meron dyang ad set. If nag-aaral kayo ng Facebook ads, makikita nyo to almost everywhere. So just assume na ad set yung tatlo, okay? And then sa ilalim ng ad set, you can put, I think, unlimited amount, or not even sure kung unlimited amount, but several ads. So under isang ad set, let's just call it 3 kasi yun yung common. So under ad set, pwede ka mag-setup ng ad right here. So just imagine ad na lang yung mga circles. Sorry sa drawing kung medyo makalat, but trying to make this quite quick and punchy lang. Ito yung sort of like anatomy or pinaka-basic anatomy ng Facebook ads. So, to explain this, start tayo sa campaign. Sa campaign level, dyan kayo magsaset ng objective ng campaign. Kung ano yung purpose ng campaign. Kailangan nyo ba ng leads? Kailangan nyo ba ng tao na mag-message sa Facebook Messenger? Kailangan nyo ba ng traffic sa website? Kailangan nyo ba ng engagement or followers sa isang Facebook page? Sa campaign, sineset up yun. And may options doon kung ano yung objective ng campaign, and pipili lang kayo. In most cases, ang objective ng campaign, lalo sa marketing standpoint for businesses, in most cases, ang objective ng campaign ay leads, to generate leads. Quite obvious. And so, yun yung objective. Let's say, for example, campaign objective ay leads. Now, dito sa ad set, dyan, sineset up yung targeting, tsaka budget. And I'll be explaining something about targeting later on, okay? Pero sa anatomy ng Facebook ads, and by the way, if quite familiar kayo sa pag-run ng Facebook ads, or like, let's say for example, natutunan nyo na talaga itong Facebook ads, quite easier nang aralan yung ibang ads platform, like yung Google ads, yung LinkedIn ads, yung YouTube ads, TikTok ads, quite similar approach. So anyway, going back, dito sa ad set, dyan kayo magsaset ng targeting and budget. By the way, let's bigyan ko ito ng step back tayo saglit. Itong tinuturo ko ng Facebook ads, kung bakit siya tandem pala sa Go High level na service is because this is one of the ways na makapag-generate ka ng leads. Balik ako doon sa isang yung core for this one. So ito yung core for actions. Maybe yung marami sa inyo nakita na ito ng maraming beses, and pinakita ko naman ata ito dun sa module. These are the only 4 ways para makapag-generate ka ng leads. Number 1 is yung warm outreach, reaching out to people na kilala ka. Cold outreach, reaching out to complete strangers. 3 is organic content, posting contents on Facebook, videos on TikTok, videos on Facebook, LinkedIn, social media, organic content. And number 4, paid ads, which is quite not for beginners, kumbaga. But ang tinatry ko point out dito is, this is something na one of the 4 ways that you can do. Core 4 actions na pwede mong gawin to generate leads. Na ang goal is to generate leads. And highest leverage ng pag-generate ng leads ay ang paid ads. Because it's a one-to-many channel, and this is for people who don't know you. So regardless kung subscriber ka nila or follower, they'll get to see you given na set up mo na maayos yung Facebook ads. And so, yun yung dinidiscuss natin dito. Kung bakit siya tandem, you know how to generate traffic, if you know how to generate leads, and then quite familiar ka rin with GoA level, which is pagbibuild ng systems to nurture those leads, and then after nun, yung combination ng dalawa, mapapass on na siya sa sales, and then ultimately, the goal is to make money for the company. So yun yung high-level view nga, kumbaga, kung bakit tandem ang paid ads, and then Go High level, and then sales process na siya from there. So to simplify, nakita yung ads mo sa Facebook, nag-click ng ad, napunta sa Go High level funnels, na may form, na may automations, na may system, na may follow-ups, ultimately to get them on the sale, get them on the side na bebentahan sila. Okay, yun yung pinaka-sales process, and very common yun, makikita yun in most businesses. And yun din i-discuss natin dito, paid ads, Facebook ads to be specific. Okay, so going back, campaign, dyan nagsaset ng objective, usual objective ay leads, and then sa ad set, dyan nagsaset ng targeting and yung budget. Targeting, it only means yung sa demographics, yung age, yung interests, yung behavior, anong behavior meron yung tao na tinatarget mo. Are you looking for people na interested sa real estate Facebook groups, yung mga ganong klaseng tao. So yun yung sa ad set, sinaset up yung targeting and budget. And then sa ad, dito naman sa pinakababa, yung most basic unit, yung ad. Dito na yung, andyan yung image or video. Ito yung mismo nakikita nyo na sa feed, okay? Yung image or video, just a quick note sa inyong lahat, yung image or video, usually tinatawag din yung creative. Okay? Pag sinabing ad creative, pag sinabing video creative, ito yung tinutukoy nila, yung ganyan. Yung ad na image or video. So pag sinabi ng client, we need creatives, ito yun, dito siya nagpa-fall under, okay? In most cases at least. Baka may iba silang definition, pero pag sinabing image creative, dito siya sa ads. Okay, image or video. Yan yung unang element na isang ad. Pangalawa is primary text. To simplify, primary text. Yan yung captions na nakikita nyo sa feed. So pag nakakita kayo ng ad, may caption sa taas na may mahabang text, that is the primary text. And then lastly, number 3, headlines. Ito naman yung nakikita nyo sa baba ng ads. Makikita nyo sa baba ng ad, may button, and then may parang one line na headline, kumbaga. So yan yung tatlong laman ng isang ad. Sineset up yan. Okay? And also sineset up dyan yung sa ad sineset up yung link. So kumbaga, pag may na-click ng ad mo, saan sila mapupunta? Sineset up din yun dito sa ad level. Okay? Are you with me so far? W's in the chat if, straightforward so far, simple enough so far. Let's get some W's. I want you guys to follow through. Kahit hindi nyo to i-implement, but just by understanding how this works, will give you like a much more valuable insight for your clients and companies. Okay? All right. Now let's move forward. Dati, okay, mahirap mag-ads dati. I'll agree to that. I'll agree on that kasi di naman ako nag-ads dati nung around 2016. It's not too long ago nung nag-start ako. That's why hindi ko kiniklaim na expert ako dito, but I know how to generate results. Nag-run ako ng ads like a year ago lang. Nag-start ako a year ago lang. But I've been learning Facebook ads for like 2 years na. Takot lang ako dati sa ads kasi may gastos siya eh. Takot akong i-offer siya na service dati pa. Pero matagal ko siyang inaaral. Pero yun, last year lang ako nakapag-start mag-run ng ads. And when I did start it, since meron ako fundamental knowledge, naging smooth. But going back here, dati mahirap siya. But this time around 2023 or 2024 lang to, naging sobrang smooth. Naging simpler na yung process kasi yung machine learning ng Facebook or yung sinasabi nilang algorithm, yung machine learning or yung AI ng Facebook ay gumagaling na nung gumagaling. Because bigyan ko kayo ng perspective ng Facebook. Si Facebook, gets nila na if sila yung nag-advertise ng product or service mo, it's almost as if partnership siya. Kung kunwari, partnership tayo, ayaw kitang madismaya. And so si Facebook mismo, they're trying their best to improve and improve and improve yung machine learning nila, yung algorithm nila, and yung AI nila for Facebook ads. That's why nagiging easy na mag-run ng ads slowly. And the reason why nasabi ko yun is because before, around 2016 time, roughly, kailangan mo pa mag-add ng targeting. Remember, yung targeting, kailangan ko mag-set ng interest. Anong interest ng tao, anong behaviors ng tao, ano yung age group ng tao, ano yung Facebook groups na sinasalihan ng tao, just to target yung people na kailangan mong i-target. Almost non-existent na tong targeting. Almost hindi mo na kailangan mag-set ng targeting. Usually, it starts broad. You just leave it broad and then you leave it up to Facebook para hanapin yung target audience mo. I'll explain it a bit later kung paano siya nag-work yung bagong targeting. Okay? So, just to give you guys like an edge sa knowledge. So yun. Basta yung targeting, let's pull it out of the table. Yung budget naman, if say for example, yung client yung nag-ask about budget ng gagastusin sa ads. You just need to mention to a client what's the most comfortable budget na kaya mong i-spend every day for the next 90 days na walang result. If comfortable si client na gumastos ng $50 per day every day for the next 90 days nang walang return, go for that. If kaya nga lang $10 per day for the next 90 days and then hindi lulubog yung business, go for that. But generally speaking, the higher the budget, the better. Pero mas kailangan i-consider kung alin yung hindi magbaburn ng company. So, dun dapat sa budget na comfortable enough lang. So, yun yung budget. Now, balikan natin tong targeting. Okay? You guys might be wondering, paano ngayon makakapunta yung ads mo sa target mo ng audience if di mo lalagyan ng targeting? Like, broad. Paano mag-work yun? Since sinasabi ko nga na yung machine learning ng Facebook gumagaling na or yung algorithm na sinasabi ng mga tao. Yung targeting, dito na siya nangyayari sa creative, sa image, or sa video. How does that work? Kung mapapansin nyo, let's use my current ad campaign as an example. I'm currently running Facebook ads for the Digital Dominance event on September 5, 2025. And if you guys can notice, may recent akong TikTok videos na ang sinasabi ko, digital dominance, join the workshop, and then sa dulo, click the button below. Ang funny nga kasi may mga tao doon. Kasama ba sa training yung hanapin yung button sa baba ng videos mo, Sir Matt? Kasi wala ang button doon sa TikTok. Pero yung video kasi na yun, ginamit ko siya for ads. Pinost ko lang talaga doon kasi why not? So yung videos na yun, dito ko nilagay sa ads. Yung targeting ng Facebook, napupunta siya sa image or video. Let's just say video for the sake of conversation. Let's say, for this campaign na example, video ang sasabihin natin. Yung targeting nangyayari sa video, it's because nangyayari siya sa first 30 second. Sa example ng video, sa first 3 second pala ng video nangyayari ang targeting. So say for example, sa video, sinabi ko yung hook na nahihirapan ka bang aralin yung software na Go High Level. Yung line na yun, nata-target na yung tamang tao. Because kung dentist ako and may nagsabi sa akin ng nahihirapan ka maralin Go High Level, hindi ako interested dyan, mag-swipe lang ako. Kaya alis ako agad sa ad. Pero pag may taong freelancer, nagsascroll sa Facebook and then may interest sa Go High Level and then nakita niya yung ad na yun, nahirapan ka maralin yung software na Go High Level and then pinanood niya, 50% ng video pinanood niya or 75% ng video pinanood niya, nanonotice yun ng Facebook as a sort of like behavior ng isang tao. Okay, interested siya sa ad na to. So ngayon, mamarkahan niya na itong taong to pinanood yung video 50% or 75% true. So may interest yung taong to. Yun yung targeting na sinasabi ko. Wala na siya sa, hindi mo na kailangan mag-set ng behaviors, ng interest, ng demographics. Nilagay ko lang sa akin, Philippines. Kasi hindi ko naman gusto may taga-Australia na pumunta sa workshop natin. Okay? So, yun yung sa targeting so far. Quite simple naman, no? Like, nakasunod ba kayo dun? Let's get some W's again. Ayoko kasi kayong ma-lost dito sa process na itong ina-explain ko. About sa targeting. Let's see. Let's get some feedback. Alright, W's. Kaya naman. I'm trying my best na gawing simple lang yung language ko for this one. Okay, let's move forward. So, yung targeting na nangyayari sa image or video, yung sinabi ko, video example siya. So, first 3 seconds, dun mo sasabihin yung targeting. Sa image naman, yung headlines ng image. Pwede ka maglagay kasi ng text sa taas ng image, di ba? Are you struggling with facial acne? And then, ayun, targeting na yun. Kasi mag-resonate lang yun sa tamang tao. And mapapansin nyo ng Facebook na kunwari yung video ad ko, may nag-click dun, napapansin ni Facebook yung lahat, inaaral ni Facebook yung lahat. Nag-click yung taong to, okay, may nag-click ng link. Binibilang yun sa data lahat. Okay, ngayon, let's now discuss yung pinaka-effective na ads strategy across all industries, across most industries, to say at least, na Facebook ad strategy. Mayroong tinatawag or nag-e-exist yung, and you can also look this up, kasi ito yung method na ginagamit ko. 3, 2, 2 method. Okay? Yan. 3-2-2 method. So sa 3-2-2 method, nag-exist yung mga YouTube videos about this. Ito yung parang almost bulletproof na to kasi you're working with Facebook ads with this one. Hindi ka kumbaga nagiging partnership talaga ni Facebook with this method. Sa 3-2-2 method, simplest explanation lang naman yan is you need 3 creatives. You need 2 primary texts, and then you also need 2 headlines. So you need 3 creatives, 2 primary text, 2 headlines. The way it works is ganito. I'll try to make this as simple as possible, okay? Say for example, we have 3 creatives. Assume nyo na lang na yung every square is a video. Video yan. Okay? 3 creatives, primary text, let's say, ang isang primary text ay isang circle. Right here. And then, ang dalawang headline ay triangle. Okay? So, yan. 3-2-2 method. How it works is bibigyan mo si Facebook ng options. Gagawa ako ng 3 video na same ng objective. Gagawa ako ng 2 primary text, same objective. Medyo nagkaiba lang sila ng slight sa variation. And also sa headlines. Same sila ng objective na join or register for the workshop for free. May slight difference lang kasi variation, kumbaga. Ang gagawin ni Facebook dito sa 3-2-2 method, titestingin niya to lahat isa-isa. So say for example, gagamitin niya yung unang video, which is this one, and then ititest niya dito sa primary text na to. And then ititest niya tong headline na to. Titest niya yung ad na yan, ipapakitest niya sa mga tao, papansinin niya yung data. Yun yung unang test. And then, iti-test niya yung unang creative, unang video, iti-test niya sa primary text na to, and then iti-test niya dito sa pangalawang headline. Papansinin niya ulit yung data, and then i-compare niya kung alin yung mas successful. Okay? And now, gagawin niya dito naman, sa pangalawang primary text, iti-test niya yan, and then iti-test niya to. Nakikita niyo where I'm going with this? So, iti-test niya yan, ganyan. And then, tatas niya yan, and then yan. Next is ito. Parang every permutation na meron, tatas niya yung lahat, isa-isa. I hope that makes sense. Okay? So, say for example, si Facebook na-identify niya na ang winning ad mo or yung top performing ad mo ay yung combination nito. Let's say for example lang, yan. Itong first, and itong second na creatives, primary text, and headlines. Pag na-identify ni Facebook na yan yung top performing mo based on data na nakita niya, dyan niya gagastusin yung pera. Kasi yan yung top performing. And yan yung highest likelihood na ma-reach yung campaign objective, which is ito. Trial and error like. Almost, we can call it that way. Trial and error. Pero yung trial and error nito si Facebook rin gumagawa. And then nagfi-feed na lang siya sa'yo ng nagfi-feed na lang siya sa'yo ng data. Possible ba sa pay-per-click? I can't speak about pay-per-click kasi to be frank with you, I don't have much experience sa pay-per-click. Yung Google Ads, guys, for context. Pay-per-click, Google Ads. But anyway, going back dito, ito yung most common example na strategy na ginagamit for Facebook ads. And you can do this for most businesses. Papakita ko yung ads manager ko later to further explain this, okay? And by the way, before we move forward, the usual question is paano yung malalaman kung alin yung winning ad? Paano yung malalaman ano yung tama na ginawa nyo? The leading indicator para malaman nyo kung alin yung tamang creative, alin yung tamang primary text, alin yung tamang headline is you need to see kung saan ginagastos ni Facebook yung pera. And I'll show it later. Don't worry. I'll show it later kung how it works. Regardless if you want it, if you guys are going to be a Facebook ads media buyer or not, but would be nice to know this para to complement your GUI level skill set. But moving forward, pag-usapan natin yung digital dominance just to really give you guys an example how it works, okay? So what I'm currently doing is itong 3-2-2 method for digital dominance. I have 6 videos, pero for example dito 3. I have 6 videos sa Facebook ads, I have 2 primary texts, and I have 2 headlines sa Facebook ads. Na let's say for example, na-identify na Facebook, ito yung winning ads ko, yung combination na yan. Ang mangyayari dyan, pag may nag-click ng ad, mapupunta sila sa isang landing page, and then after landing page, merong thank you page. I hope this makes sense. Siguro naman, familiar na kayo sa landing page, thank you page na ginagawang funnels sa loob ng GUI level. Sa landing page, maybe nakita nyo na yung registration ng digital dominance. Yes, that is the landing page. Andun yung DG dominance, and then sa baba nun may form. Okay? Siguro naman, I'm assuming, familiar na rin kayo na possible na kapag may nag-sign up ng form, automatically napupunta sila sa thank you page. And then nakalagay sa thank you page, you're registered, check your email, whatever it is. Gets ko naman na siguro yun sa GUI level. Okay? Ngayon, yung Facebook, papasok dyan by installing yung tinatawag na pixel tracking. Nandito kayo magiging sobrang galing na advertiser or Facebook ads media buyer, yung pixel tracking. Hindi ko i-explain fully about pixel tracking, but to simply put, pixel tracking, yan yung code na i-install natin sa funnels para makita ni Facebook yung actions ng mga tao. Para makita ni Facebook kung sino yung nag-register at sino yung hindi. So yung pixel tracking, isa siyang code na i-generate ni Facebook, yun yung mga HTML, body, mga ganun. Hindi ko rin alam yung mga ganyang code, but bibigyan ka ni Facebook ng code para i-install sa landing page and thank you page. Sa GUI level, meron doon yung, maybe iba sa inyo nakita doon yung header tracking or footer tracking. Sa header tracking, pwede mag-install doon ng pixel tracking para nakikita ni Facebook yung actions ng mga users or yung actions ng mga traffic sa loob ng funnel mo. And so, sorry kung that sounds technical. Pero pixel tracking, i-install ko siya dito sa landing page and sa thank you page. How it works is, pag meron na winning ad, pag may nag-click ng ad, mapupunta sa landing page right here. Si pixel tracking ngayon, since tracking code ni Facebook yan, makikita niyan. Okay, nag-click siya ng ad, nakaabot siya sa landing page. Na-view niya yung landing page. Napupunta yan sa data ng Facebook Ads Manager mo. So, counted as one yun na view page. Ngayon, the next objective is makaabot sila dito sa thank you page. Pag nakaabot kasi sila sa thank you page, it only means nag-sign up sila dito sa form. If you guys can recall, kailangan mag-sign up sila sa form para makaabot sa thank you page. So pag nag-sign up sila sa form, pupunta sa thank you page. Ngayon, may pixel tracking din yung thank you page na may intindihan ni Facebook na kapag may umabot sa thank you page, merong isang sign up, merong isang nag-register para sa event. So, pag may nakaabot sa thank you page, parang feedback yan pabalik dito sa Facebook na one registered, kumbaga. Did that make sense? Papakita ko sa inyo yung ads manager ko in a bit. Pero may question ba kayo so far dito? I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Yung pixel tracking, quite complicated siyang aralin, but sinisimplify ko. You can just look it up on your own time maybe. May question ba kayo? Go ahead, Cherise.
After the landing page, pwede natin i-automate yun sa GHL, di ba? Para maka-receive ng confirmation email something sa end ni client?
Yeah.
Sa end ng subscribe?
So, sa na yun sa Go High Level system na yun are you asking me about yung sa Facebook ads na system or sa Go High Level na systems?
It's either if it's possible for the two.
Okay, yeah, it's very much possible. Ang mangyayari dyan, on a separate system, ito Go High Level lang to, di ba? Landing page tsaka thank you page. Kung gusto mo ng email confirmation dun sa taong nag-register, pwede mo gamiting trigger tong form na to, if you can recall. Trigger yan. Pag may nag-sign up dyan, you can set up an automation sa Go High Level na ang trigger ay form signups. And then sa baba nun, pwede ka na maglagay ng confirmation email. Gets? Did I answer the question?
Yeah. Thanks.
Ayun. Ang tinutukoy ko dito sa Pixel, yung data na kung paano gumagalaw yung Facebook ads. Pag may nakabot sa thank you page, binabalik niya yung data na yun dun sa campaign na okay, nakapag-generate tayo ng isang tao na nag-register sa event. Let's look for more of these kind of people. So naturally, si Facebook ads, naghahanap siya ng look-alike ng taong nag-sign up. So pag nakita ni Facebook ads na okay, itong taong to, pinanood to, nakapunta sa landing page, nag-register siya, okay, ito yung interest niya, ito yung behavior niya, ito yung age niya, maghahanap ako ng katulad ng taong to. And then, papakita niyo yung same ad sa katulad ng taong yun. Does that make sense so far, guys? Hindi ko kayo ipag-set up ng Facebook ads, but this is like a good knowledge to know. Okay, yep, raised hand. Go ahead, Fatima.
So, yun po is parang nakapaloob lang dun sa sinet mong location, which is sabi mo kanina within the Philippines lang, right?
Yeah. So, sa targeting, remember dito sa ad set, pwede ka mag-set ng targeting. Ang sinat ko lang sa targeting ay Philippines kasi di ko naman talaga gustong may foreign na magre-register. So, yes.
Okay. So, it wouldn't be an issue kasi dati parang naglan ako ng ads. Nasa Germany kasi ako. Tapos, hindi ko alam dun kung may mali akong nagawa. Pero, sinet ko din siya, I think, sa Philippines. I'm not sure kung may nagawa akong mali nun. Pero, may nag-email sa akin or may nagko-contact sa akin from South Africa or mga ganun. So, probably may napindot lang siguro ako. Hindi ko siya naset ng maayos. But now, sinasabi mo na yung Facebook ads is better than before. Kasi that was like 2 to 3 years ago na with regards to the demographics or yung location ng isang tao, yeah?
Dun sa nangyari, yung about sa may nag-reach out sa'yo from South Africa, those people could be, meron kasing mga taong yung mga naghahanap ng work opportunities or yung mga taong naghahanap lang ng talagang mga clients. And what they do is, they scrape yung ads library, they look for your ad na targeted to what they're trying to be clients with or become partners with, and then they try to reach out. Maybe ganun yung nangyari. Or maybe talagang lumipad yung ads mo to elsewhere or maybe sa tawag dito. Sa mismong creative, maybe nakaabot sa Africa. I'm not sure. Pero ano yung question mo?
No, I mean, I just want to be sure na yung sinasabi mo about dun sa yung target ba na tao, for instance.
Yeah.
So, parang mas clear na sa akin ngayon. Kasi parang nahihirapan nga ako. Kasi nga, for instance, hindi actually to sa ads. Like, for instance, dun sa TikTok, pag magpo-post ako, napapansin ko, may mga Pinoy ako doon na viewers. But then, pag sa YouTube na ako nag-post, parang na siya, mga Europeans na. So, hindi ko maintindihan for now, actually, yung ko, yung audience ba. Parang kalat kasi siya eh. So, anyway, yeah.
I think may kinalaman din yun sa geolocation mo. Kasi yung mga platforms like YouTube and TikTok, alam yung IP kung saan na-upload yung video. So, medyo nagkakaroon ng mix-up siguro dun.
Okay. But anyway, clear naman na.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got it. All right. Questions pa, Arvin? Yeah, go ahead. Let's take our time.
Yes, quick question lang po. Does it
Sure.
matter if yung landing page, tapos yung thank you, hindi naman siya thank you, parang acknowledgement after booking an appointment, nasa homepage. Parang my calendar, so right after booking an appointment, yung acknowledgement lang like a very short message, thank you, but it's the same on the homepage. Kumbaga, technically, isang page lang talaga yung landing page. Does it matter or kailangan talaga may landing page tsaka thank you page?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again one more time.
Kasi on your diagram, may landing page tsaka thank you page. So, dalawang pages talaga, di ba?
Yeah.
So, my question right now is, let's say, for example, after a lead booked an appointment, so my calendar is a landing page. So, after successfully booking an appointment, so on the same page, sa homepage din, parang may acknowledgement na thank you for booking. So, technically, isang page lang talaga. Does it matter or okay lang?
It would be tough to track for Facebook kung sino yung nag-book or not kasi they're on the same page. Ang mangyayari doon, yung pixel tracking, ilalagay mo sa calendar, which is even more complicated. I think what you're trying to do is, after nila mag-book ng appointment, may message na makikita na thank you for booking. Okay? I think it would be, since ano kasi ito hindi to for websites. I think it would be effective kung may thank you page as an acknowledgement.
Alright.
But if you want to keep it that way, possible din naman siya. Sa iba mo nga lang i-install tong pixel tracking for Facebook to understand kung sino yung nag-book at kung sino yung hindi. And keep in mind, if Facebook cannot recognize kung sino yung nag-book or hindi, there's a really high likelihood na hindi magiging effective yung ads. Kasi
Alright.
kasi Facebook doesn't know kung sino yung nako-convert or not, if that makes sense. So, I'm hoping I answered your question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Anyone else may question dito before I try and show you guys yung itsura ng Facebook ads? Maybe mag-screenshot kayo. This is your chance. Papakita ko rin naman to later, but maybe gusto niyo screenshot. I'll give it an extra 3 seconds. I'll stop presenting muna para wala akong mali. Ito yung itsura ng Facebook Ads Manager. Makikita nyo dyan, ito yung campaign, ito yung ad set, ito yung ads. So let's talk about, ito lang muna, yung Digital Dominance Workshop. So isa lang yung ad set na ginagamit ko. And then under isang ad set, meron lang ako isang ad. Meron siyang, this might sound complicated, pero sa isang ad, meron siyang 6 different videos na tinetest. Tulad ng sinabi ko nila yung 322. So if I edit this, makikita natin dyan yung, ito, first video, second video, third video, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Lahat ng videos na yan, makikita nyo sa TikTok ko. No worry. Pag may video ako na sinabi ko sa dulo, click the button below. For ads yun. Para yun dito. So, si Facebook, binigyan ko ng 6 different video creatives para i-test niya. Tulad nung tinutukoy ko kanina. Merong 2 primary text na nilagay ko right here para i-test niya rin. And then, merong 2 headline na binigay ko kay Facebook para i-test niya just to see the data. And then, dito sa website URL, dito sila mapupunta sa link na to. If somebody clicks this ad right here, may preview. Pag miniklik ng learn more or gusto nila mag-proceed, nag-engage sa ad, click yung learn more or sign up, mapupunta sila sa link na to. Pag pinindot ko yung link na yan, ito yung sinasabi kong landing page. Maybe nakapag-register kayo dito sa community, but ito landing page, digital dominance. Lahat ng buttons na nakikita dyan, it all directs to the form. It all directs to the form. Kasi yun naman yung objective ng funnel na to eh. Mag-sign up sila or mag-register sila for the event. Lahat ng button, it all redirects to the form. Stop presenting ko lang saglit. Switch lang ako ng screens. Pakita ko rin sa inyo yung itsura ng thank you page. So, just give me 1 second. Are you having fun, guys? W's in the chat if... Nagbe-make sense ba to? W's in the chat if makakatulong sa inyo. Let's get some feedback. W naman. Maybe maging future media buyers. Or if not, this will be, I strongly believe makakatulong to sa inyo sa someone na nasa GUI level field. So let me just show you guys yung sites. Thanks for the feedback, by the way. I appreciate it. Kasi yung kanina kong kausap, for context, habang tinatry ko i-pull up yung thank you page. Yung kausap ko kanina, umattend siya ng course or webinar ng someone na expert na nakita niya lang daw sa Facebook. And then nung in-explain ko sa kanya to na super sinimplify ko para maintindihan niya, sabi niya parang mas, according to her, parang mas expert pa daw ako. Pero hindi ko kiniklaim. Marunong lang ako mag-generate ng results pero ayoko talaga i-claim na expert ako dito. So let me show you guys yung thank you page ng Digital Dominance right here. Tayo. Congratulations. Check your email to confirm. Pag may nag-register na dun sa form, sa landing page, dito siya mapupunta. Isa siyang thank you page. Itong nandito, bonus na lang yan, so hindi ko na tinatrack yan. Parang if only you want to may free hoodie or free VIP ticket if magsa-start ng 30-day free trial. Only if you want to. So bonus lang yan. Hindi ko na tinatrack yan. What matters is nakaabot sila dito sa thank you page. Makikita nyo dito sa thank you page, meron kasi akong extension sa upper right na Metapixel Helper. If I click that, may code ako dyan na nakalagay, complete registration. So Facebook will understand na pag may nakakita ng page na to, na traffic galing sa Facebook, nagigets niya na, okay, completed yung registration niya. And going back dito sa ads natin, since I've been running this last Friday, meron ng around 1,900 na nag-register for the event. Ito, results. So, makikita dyan, applications, ayun, website registration completed, around 1,900. Mas simple ka po kasi talaga mag-discuss, walang eme. Just say, I appreciate that. So, 1,900 nag-register, natatrack ni Facebook yun. I've spent just shy of 5,000 pesos so far. And then, ang cost per result ko, 2.48 pesos. So, every time, think of it like this. Every time I'm spending 2.48 pesos, I get one person na nagsasign up, nagre-register for the event. So, pag may nag-register sa event, here's where it gets creative, okay? Balik tayo dito. Here's where it gets creative. Pag may nag-register sa event, dito yung form, like I said kanina, you can now use that as a trigger para gumawa ng napakaraming pwedeng automation. Pwede ka gumawa ng confirmation, ng email reminder, 3 days email reminder, nurturing sequence, whatever it is na gusto mong gawin. And honestly, I've been calling up people to offer VIP seats. I've been calling up people na nagsasign up sa form na to kasi may phone number. Tinatawagan ko sila for VIP seats. Dito ka pwede maging creative with Go High Level. Dito ka papasok sa expertise mo. All up to you kung anong creativity mo with how you're gonna nurture them leading up to the webinar or to the workshop, kumbaga. And so, ayun, sa sa funnels, yung sinasabi kong pixel na ini-install, ito yung funnel, example ng funnel, pupunta ako sa settings. Meron dito ito, head tracking code. Diyan ko pinipaste yung pixel. Hindi ko pwede ipakita sa yung code kasi mapupunta sa recording and then hindi pwedeng i-share yung... Basta yung Metapixel code na yan, binibigay yan ni Facebook dun sa Ads Manager and then ini-install yan dyan. And then natatrack na ni Facebook yung funnel, kumbaga. I hope that makes sense. Ito yun, yung pixel code. And then generated ni Facebook yung lahat ng nasa baba na hindi ko pwede ipakita. So, ayun, natatrack niya tong landing page and thank you page. So, let's go back here sa gustong mag-screenshot. I think you guys wanted to take a screenshot. Yeah, go ahead, questions. I think we're done with the short discussion pero umabot ng almost an hour. Anyway, yeah, questions?
Short question lang po, Sir Matt. So, yung dun sa 6, if I understand it right, dun sa 6 creatives na ginawa mo po dun sa Facebook, si Facebook na bahala mag-track kung ano yung pinaka mas effective na videos na gagamitin niya for the ad. So, syempre makikita mo din po ba dun yung parang anong ba tawag dun? Yung graph, for instance, kung ano yung pinaka mas effective na video, or is it ikaw po ba din magse-set noon or ipapaset ka ba ng Facebook na okay, since ito yung graph na parang mas madami kang ikaw po ba magse-set nun or si Facebook na bahala dun?
Yung about sa graph, are you
I mean
referring
dun
to
sa
the
creatives po.
Yung performance?
Yes, yung yung top performing
Kumbaga,
ba?
you want to
Kasi
determine alin yung top performing.
Opo,
Okay,
yung
okay.
parang gano'n. Si
Sige.
Facebook ads na babahala doon kung ano yung
Yeah.
papakita niyong video.
I'll show you. Okay. Yeah. Well, generally speaking, si Facebook ads na yung bahala doon and ibe-base ngayon sa data kung alin yung may mababang cost per result. Meaning, mababa lang yung ginastos pero nakuha yung result. Doon siya nagbe-base eh. And then, kung saan nga ginagastos yung pera, yun yung leading indicator na winning yung creative na yun. I'll show it later sa Ads Manager. But gusto ko lang ipa-take notes sa inyo itong dynamic creative testing. If you guys find this interesting, itong 3-2-2 method, gumagana lang siya sa dynamic creative testing. You can look this up. Ayoko na mag-dive deep dito kasi for another conversation to. Itong dynamic creative testing, yan yung ini-enable nyo, yung feature ni Facebook, na siya yung nagtatry ng iba't ibang patterns dito. Iba't ibang, mixture ng creatives and primary text. And by the way, kung bakit dalawang primary text and dalawang headline, it's because magte-test ka muna ng dalawa and then later on, pag na-determine na kung alin yung winning, gagawa ka ng even better than that primary text or that headline. So it's a constant testing, para kang mad scientist na testing ka ng testing. So, dynamic creative testing, you can take note of this and then look it up if you want to learn it further. Pero di tayo magda-dive deep dyan. For your question, Fatima, about alin yung winning ad, let's go back
Performing
dito sa ano.
sa video.
Okay, right here, ito yung Facebook Facebook Ads Manager. Meron dito yung breakdown. This one. If I click this, makikita natin dyan yung recently used ko, or dito siya sa ano, sa dynamic creative element. Meron dito image, video, and slideshow. If I click that, makikita ko yung 6 videos na ginagamit ko right here on the left side. And makikita ko kung saan ginagastos ni Facebook yung pera. So for video number 2, which is ito, gumastos siya ng 1,900. Dito sa baba, sa last video, gumastos siya ng 1,500. So may something about sa video na to and sa video na to that tells Facebook na gumagana siya. And sa cost per result, decent. So for Facebook, na-identify nga na gamit itong dalawang video na to, ito and ito, nakikita niya na yung dalawang video yung may highest likelihood na makakaabot sila dun sa thank you page, which means nag-register sila. And results speaks for itself. Kasi dito sa results, itong video na to, 944 yung nag-register dahil nakita nila yung video na yan. And ito, 500. So, may mas mataas nga ito na ano eh. Ito 900 eh. Pero may difference sila sa sa cost. Pero 900 din nag-sign up sa video na to. Dito 600 pa lang. So, ayun, nakikita mo. From here, like I said, kung saan niya ginagastos yung pera. If ito, kunwari, ginastosan niya to 82 pesos, hindi to magandang video, kumbaga. I mean, maybe good video siya, like, sa production-wise, but based on data, hindi niya dyan ginagastos. So, yun yung leading indicator. Now, if you want to test, sa text naman, like yung primary text or your headline, if you want to test that, you can just click text right here sa breakdown. Breakdown and then text. Dito siya sa sa dynamic creative element and then text. From here, makikita ko naman yung primary text na dalawa nandito. And then yung dalawang headlines nandito. So from here, na-review ko lang to kanina lang. There's not much difference sa ad spend. So like konti lang yung difference. And even sa cost per result, if you guys want to compare it, ang liit lang ng difference. And so sa ganitong case, I'd rather test a different primary text. So, pipili ako ng isa dyan na mababang cost per result. Kahit maliit lang yung difference, pipiliin ko lang yung mababang cost per result and then yung mababang or yung mataas na ad spend, kumbaga. Coach, pwede ka po ba mag-edit among dun sa 6 videos, like magtanggal ng isa na mababa yung, yeah. So, in that case, na kung kunwari, balik tayo dun sa video. So, ang question kasi, pwede daw ba magtanggal ng low-performing ad? Say, for example, this one, low-performing ad siya. Pwede ko siya tanggalin if low-performing siya. But, what I would do dito, kung i-optimize ko pa siya, which wala naman sa plano ko na i-optimize siya. Kung i-optimize ko pa siya, gagawa ko ng separate, i-duplicate ko tong DCT na to, Dynamic Creative Testing. Tanggalin ko muna to para, gets. So, ito, like I said, isang lang siya. Isang DCT lang siya. Balik tayo dito sa isang ganito lang siya. Okay? Pwede ako gumawa ng separate na DCT number 2 with ibang creatives naman. Gets ko ba? I hope that makes sense. So like i-edit ko yan. So dito DCT 1. Ito yan parang ito yung campaign, ito yung ad set. Ito yung ad on the left side. So if I click this, duplicate, and then kukunin ko lang yung videos na winning, and then i-challenge ko siya with new videos na I think would perform better. Does that make sense? Sorry kung nauutal-utal ako. I hope that makes sense.
And Sir Matt, that also applies sa dun sa text tsaka sa headlines po.
Yeah.
Para hindi siya i-edit like within the time yung nag-run yung ads.
I don't think you're going to edit it. Gagawa ka ng bagong DCT na kukunin mo yung winning, and then you're gonna challenge that with new elements. So, kung babalik tayo dito sa Miro, kukunin mo to, like, to simplify. Kukunin mo yan. Delete natin to. Ito. Kukunin mo yan. And then, you're going to, kukunin mo yung, kunwari ito yung winning. Di ba? Yan yung winning. Magte-test ka ngayon ng panibagong videos, and then magte-test ka ng panibagong primary text, magte-test ka ng panibagong headline in hopes na mas mag-perform better tong mga to than the previous performing. So it's a constant test kung alin yung nag-generate ng results. And if not, delete mo lang lahat yan and try to test a different one with the goal na mas maging pa dito, mas maging better yung performance dyan. Sounds good? Nasagot ko ba?
Gets po.
Ang DCT similar ba yan sa A/B testing? I think ang DCT don't hold me to this, okay? I think ang DCT, para siyang deeper than A/B testing. Ang A/B testing kasi parang split testing eh. Maybe split testing applies to this one, yung two primary text and two headlines kasi pumipili ka ng which one is the winner. So parang nagsa-split test talaga. But DCT is like dynamic creative testing. Nagtatest siya ng iba't ibang variation, just like this one. So, ayun. Don't hold me to it kasi hindi ko alam yung clearest definition or yung difference ng dynamic creative testing and A/B testing. Coach, kung paulit-ulit siyang low-performing, ilang testing ang usually mong ginagawa to fully say na di effective yung creative? It's hard to determine. It's tough to determine kung low-performing siya. What I would do to determine kung low-performing siya or maybe bad marketer ka with the setup, just go to sa ads manager, you just need to check yung cost per result. So say for example, ang result ng Facebook ads mo ay leads, which means may nag-sign up sa form, interested sa solar na binebenta, nag-sign up sa form. And then ang cost per lead mo, it's higher than industry average, meaning you're spending more than the industry average na cost per lead. That's a problem. So yun, medyo low performing yun and may mali sa system. May mali sa build or sa structure ng ads kung bakit ganun. So ayun. But it's honest with how good Facebook ads is, it's hard to fuck up. Just follow yung 3-2-2 method na pinakita ko dito. It's hard to fuck up. Just have this pixel tracking as well para nakikita ni Facebook yung nangyayari. It's hard to fuck up. And like, ganito yung anatomy ng Facebook ads, di ba? May campaign, may ad set, may ad, and may multiple stuff. For me, ito yung ginamit ko, ito lang. I only need like a single ad set with a single ad and nagpa-perform naman siya so far. Honestly, just to give you guys context, medyo behind the scenes info na to pero nasabihan ako ng isang manager sa Go High Level na I think sa lahat ng event na co-hosted by Go High Level and someone na nag-promote, just like me ako nag-promote, na-break ko yung record with most registrations na na-sign up sa isang event na co-hosted, if that makes sense. So na-break ko yung record daw na yun, nasabihan ako internally. And so medyo clout ako sa sa company nila, like I'm being recognized. Pinag-uusapan ako sa mga executive meetings sa Go High Level kapag ang usapan ay yung mga mga katulad kong may mga audience kumbaga. Legit clout. Yeah, you can. Yeah, congrats. Thank you guys. Thank you. Pero yun, what I'm trying to say here is it's hard to fuck up kung if you let Facebook do its thing and if you leverage yung machine learning lang napakalakas na they specifically designed to help you. If you stop micromanaging Facebook and let it do its thing, it's hard to fuck up. Like pinakita ko sa inyo yung system na ginagamit ko, pinakita ko sa inyo yung ads na ginagamit ko. You can check my TikTok kung anong klaseng video ginagamit ko. It's very simple. Wala akong massive production team, editing team. It's just subtitles and then landing pages are built within Go High Level. We have tutorials how to build that. Try to fuck up. Ayun, I hope nakatulong sa inyo to. Facebook ads.